Good afternoon. I'm Janice Carteret, the president of SBOA. Originally, I'm not from the storage industry. I have a background in human resource outsourcing. After earning Ian's business in 2013, I became the vendor of choice to provide PEO outsourcing services to SBOA. I felt like it was important to just give you guys a little bit of backdrop on myself and where I come from, how I understand the industry. I really got close with several owners and operators over the years. I joined SBOA as a vendor in 2013, again, after earning Ian Bernstein's business, and became the exclusive provider of PEO outsourcing services for SBOA. After 8 years, we started talking about different owners and operators and how they wanted other products and services. When you're in the outsourcing industry, you touch everything from payroll, workers' comp, all different insurance lines, healthcare, all the way to employment, labor law services. And you really get to know people really, kind of close when it comes to all the different products and services that they use in their business. So I became very close with people in the industry, from small, medium-sized operators to very large operators, in learning what their needs were, applications related to the business. After, 8 years of working with SBOA, I made a decision that I really wanted to be dedicated to the storage space. And at that point became exclusive and only work with storage organizations around the country. After working with several different organizations, I learned all the intricacies of the business and how different organizations were wanting to add and expand on services and products related to their business. Ian and I had talked about, okay, what do we do next? And my next jump was wanting to be part of SBOA, frankly, to be blunt. So I joined the organization about 1.5 years ago. And what I really want to talk about today is the evolution of 2020 and the future of SBOA. We actually started about 1.5 years ago, really looking at the organization and wanted to focus on how we can be more member-centric and interact more with members and delivering more to each of the members. And our vision was to provide a single source solution to all of the members. Is there one place to go to get all the products and services that you could possibly need in the storage industry? That being said, we started really looking at the organization and wanted to come up with different strategies on what we could do to get closer to our members and provide more to them. So I'm going to take you through my PowerPoint presentation today. It really covers what we've done in 2020 relative to the kind of the freeze in the world relative to the pandemic, and then talk about the things that we're going to actually implement in 2021. So let's make sure. Okay, here we go. So in 2020, we enhanced the SBOA website, and I'll show you the website later on in the session. We created a new website that took us about 6 months to 8 months to actually develop and launch. We added a chatbot function, which allows you as a member to actually navigate quicker and get an answer to a question or a service that you may have interest in. The chatbot is actually a dog on the screen. If you look at it, if you log into the website, you can see it. That is Sandy. Sandy is our champion of the SBOA website and also Ian Bernstein's personal dog. So I don't think she'll be making a guest appearance today, but the chatbot is really a feature to help navigate you, get questions answered, and there's a team of people sitting behind that chat to help get you where you need to be. We also changed the way we were actually communicating with our vendors on behalf of members related to the connectivity of the service or product that you had interest in. We added affiliate links to connect you directly to the vendors versus having us actually take calls and doing the transfer of information. So to expedite the activity of what your interests are in a product or service, we created a lot of affiliate links so you can go directly to the vendors to get the product or service that you have interest in. We also added an e-store this year. In the e-store, we have Modally, Daikin Goodman, direct manufacturer of HVAC services. Simply, you can log into the e-store, look at the equipment that you need, actually buy the equipment online to expedite a purchase without actually having to talk or interact with a human. If you require an evaluation related to a service or product, you can actually talk to Modally direct. But once again, we're trying to expedite the process to bring you more products and services at your fingertips. We also added a resource center. that houses all of the recordings of all of our webinars, our vendor videos of products, our newsletter archives, any different type of communication that we've sent out. They're all listed in the Resource Center on the website. Just recently, as you heard this morning in the general session, we launched Give a Toss. Give a Toss is a community chat to help people and to give to others. Basically, what you're doing on the Give a Toss chat is if you have a question or an issue that you're experiencing within your business, could be something that's going on with an employee-related issue, all the way to, hey, who's doing this with what? Truly, the community is just an exchange of information, allowing each other to share different problems or issues they're having, successes that they're having, and get responses from other people, whether it be advice, support, or communicating the success of what's happened. We just launched that today. You'll actually see that up on the website by tomorrow. In addition to the website revamp, we've also expanded some of the products that we offer. We've expanded in offering Assured Partners and Best Self Insurance, which are commercial lines of insurance products and services for your business. Assured Partners can offer you everything from general liability all the way down to individual lines of insurance. Best Self Insurance can offer you commercial lines of insurance as well, primarily focused on property and casualty. We also added ZyraTalk. ZyraTalk is the chatbot that's on the website, allows you to help improve the performance of your website. Today, one of the things that we hear from different members is that the website doesn't give them the results that they're looking for or the traffic conversion over to rentals. We find with ZyraTalk, they're able to effectively really change the outcome of the performance of their website. In fact, we did a webinar probably 2 or 3 months ago with Devon Self Storage, who is using ZyraTalk as a chatbot, and they have great success and reviews about the product itself. So we added that product to SBOA this year. We also wanted to branch into offering individual lines for worksite employees for U.S. storage owners and operators. We added Quicken Loans, which is an offering for the self-storage industry specifically. There's a discount program for all of your employees and yourselves, family members, anyone that you want to add to it, to actually go in and get discounts on loans. We're also hoping to expand the worksite employee population products in 2021. We also added Warehouse Springs, which is basically buying springs for replacements of doors direct. We kept hearing from different members that they didn't have a source to go to get springs to replace for the doors that are broken. So we added that product just recently. We talked a little bit about Modally. We added them about a year ago where we could actually interact with Dyke & Goodman direct instead of having a third party. If you're out there and you're using an HVAC organization and you're dealing with a local provider, you may find that there's a cost differentiation of 20 to 30% relative to buying direct versus using a local provider. Modally can do everything from the transaction of purchasing the equipment all the way through the installation. And that's the product that I was referencing earlier relative to the website that you can buy direct on our e-store. We also added a product called Enter Allies. Modally and Enter Allies had a session prior to this talking about energy efficiency, energy management, and cost control. They work together in tandem, or they can work separate. If you're having areas of concern related to cost control or climate control, Enter Allies is a great resource to go to get support and help on how they can look at your organization and see if they can reduce cost. All of those organizations that we're working with, SBOA gives discounts. We get discounts, from the vendors for SBOA members. We added another product called RevView, which is an accounting platform product for the smaller to mid-sized storage owners and operators that have interest in accounting systems. They work with a lot of different products and services within their offering. We find mostly it's on the end for the smaller users. We also added a product called Call Here. You guys may know Call Here, or Store Here is the founder, Ryan Rogers, of Call Here, which is simply a call center. During the pandemic, we found that the call center was simply just the go-to solution for several owners and operators relative to expediting with contactless interaction. So Call Here is a product that we offer and we added, and there's also a discount structure relative to SBOA members for that product. And then we also added another outsourcing organization this year called Synchrony HR, which is an HR outsourcing organization similar to an organization that I actually came from, which is Alpha Staff. We added a secondary company because we found that maybe there's not a one size fits all relative to outsourcing. So we felt like we needed a secondary vendor for that offering. Hi, Jim Mooney. In addition to the products and services that we've added for 2020, we also wanted to increase our membership support and improvements. We opened an office in Florida. We have 4 employees here. We expanded the SBOA location out of Michigan into Florida. We've also done some marketing expansion and enhancements for you as the members so that we can reach you quicker, faster, and give you more information at your fingertips. The webinars that we do now are live webinars. We typically try to have a member supporting the webinar with the vendor or the product so that we can actually have some interaction in talking about the product and services that are being offered with current members, which is an enhancement from where we were a few years ago. Next, we also expanded in our marketing side of reaching out through LinkedIn, which most of you have probably seen or heard from us on LinkedIn at this point. Jessica Johnson does a great job at reaching out to people through LinkedIn, trying to communicate, letting you guys know about the products and services that are available. Historically, we had not done that, so we're really excited to continue the expansion on LinkedIn. And then obviously hosting different conferences like this conference. This is our 3rd conference, the 2nd virtual conference that we've had. So we're very, very excited. Our attendance is over 600 people today. So we're very excited for your participation. We've also taken a different approach relative to the way we handle a member and the needs of what our members have. And this is truly kind of where the rubber meets the road for me. We take a consultative approach with all of our members. So when you may call us or reach out to us or we're reaching into you, we have a reach program that our sales consultants here in SBOA reach out to the members and ask you, what can we help you with? What are you looking at? What are the products and services that you're evaluating this year? And our ultimate goal is to provide you a consultative analysis on all the different things that we can offer you in a suite of products. Instead of you calling us when you need a product here and there, we're wanting to be more proactive and really look at forecasting what you're looking at on an annualized basis so that we can be there to bring you the vendor of choice that we would recommend for you as an organization. I'm really excited about that program. We've seen great things come with that. It's crazy. Dave Manning, I don't know if you're here, Dave, or not, but Dave Manning is one of our consultants in SBOA, and he's done a fabulous job with taking a lot of the new people that are coming into the space and truly helping them from soup to nuts on all the products and services that we have available. We're also responding within 24 hours to any of your requests that you have related to a question, product, or service. We don't want any lapse time. We want to make sure that we respond to you as quickly as possible. And then we have a dedicated member liaison to support you through the process with vendors. If you're working with a vendor on a product and you just want to make sure that you're maybe not familiar with the product, or maybe it's something new for your organization and you just want to bounce ideas off of our liaison, we have our team here to support you on, who else is using this product, what other products are similar. We've vetted all of the different products and services that we use in SBOA through many different channels of vetting. So anyone that you have interest in working with, we can stay involved in the process to make sure that you get what you're looking for without just tossing you over to a vendor. You have a person that's connected with you throughout the process. And then we've constantly been working in 2020, as we've had this pandemic, we've really tried to focus on working on the organization. We focused on the membership database and updating it, making sure that we have anyone that's had M&A activity, we have your new locations, any change in ownership, any change in staff. We're trying to update the database as much as possible, as fast as possible, so that we're reaching the right people within your organization. In the future for 2021, we're focused on the Give a Toss community, which we've talked about a couple different times today. I also would like to implement a best practices advisory board. If any of you out there have interest in being part of that, I'd greatly appreciate your interest in your time to participate. We're not the boots on the ground that are doing what you're doing every single day. So if there are things that you think we should be doing more of, less of, I'm hoping that the best practices group will flush that stuff out. Next, one of the most exciting things that we have for 2021 is a job board. We get a lot of requests for people that are looking for talent, looking for someone for a specific position in storage. So we want to create a job board so that you can put postings for jobs out there and also recruit talent if you need to relative to using SBOA. The next thing that I'd like to focus on for 2021, one of my favorite things about members in storage is that everyone is willing to help everybody else. Very different than a lot of other industries out there. And I want to create a recognition program for Circle of Champions, years of service with SBOA, for people that really want to give back and help out with building the structure of what SBOA needs to be for the future for our members. And then continuing on, we're going to add more products and services. Would love your feedback on anything specific that you're interested in that we maybe currently don't have today, that you have a burning need for. Please, please, please communicate with us. You can send me an email. You can send us a note on the website. We want to hear from you because we don't know what we don't know unless you guys share it with us. The products and services that I have on the radar right now for 2021 are temp staffing, and then full outsource staffing for projects or different departments. That's a new one this year. Relative to COVID, we're getting requests from people that say, hey, I got a project going on and I want to outsource it, don't want to hire people full time. Where do I go to get help? So we're looking at a product relative to that. And then the third product on our radar at this time is lighting products. We get a lot of requests for the construction side of the house and people looking for products and services relative to different things related to construction, and lighting is one of them. I also wanted to share with you the expansion of SBOA into a sister company called BOA. One of the things that we find is people that are in storage own other businesses outside of storage. And interestingly enough, Ian and I have tossed this around for, probably 4 years now. How do we do more for the people that are not specifically in storage? So we started a company called Business Owners Alliance due to the demand. If you are out there and you own a different company that's not in storage, but you want to try to access the same different products and services, we have that available through BOA. On the other side of BOA, so it's basically a two-prong approach. The first product is you're eligible to get products and services direct for your other businesses. The second arm of BOA is we create marketplace platforms for organizations that have portfolios of clients to basically bring products and services to their company to help their clients and their worksite employees. It's truly a single source solution for organizations out there. So that's the new company to SBOA, the sister company. Outside of that, I think that wraps up everything that I had to talk about today. Does anybody have any specific questions, or would you like to have a discussion around a specific topic related to SBOA? Please feel free to drop me a note in your chat. Okay, Jim, got you advisory board. Jessica, make a note. Jim's in. Anyone want to join me on the screen? Chat about anything specific? Feel free to do so. We have about 10 more minutes of this session. I can take you guys over to the website. Oh, Jim Mooney's coming in. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Denise, how are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good, good. I wanted to thank you guys, all the SBOA people, for putting this on today, because I've been watching, besides the session I was on, I've been watching different sessions, and very, very enlightening what you guys are sharing with the industry, and it's a great thing to be doing. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody behind the scenes that are, Jessica, yourself, that are I haven't seen, I saw Ian this morning, I saw the other guy, so just thank you for everybody what you're doing, because it's going to be being, from a bigger company to a smaller company, having the network that you guys are providing is definitely a plus for everybody.
Great. Thank you for your compliments, Jim, and we appreciate you participating in the sessions today as well. Are there any products or services that you're seeing are in demand in the market?
Well, I mean, I know with all the technology out there, we just signed up recently with Gene Clemens Group for the texting feature in SiteLink.
Okay.
And that's been a really great thing. I was not a big fan of texting from the get-go with some of the Twilio accounts or other things like that, because for me, the integration back and forth with the software is critical. And with Gene software, when you send a note, and we actually paid a little bit different, so the text actually goes out as our phone number and not just a random number. And then when the person responds to that text, the note actually will show up in our SiteLink software, which is a huge plus for us. That way, if the customer responds, all the notes are in one spot. So as we're doing more and more technology-free, contactless-free, all those things, having the ability there to do that, but that's a big plus for us.
I would assume that's increasing performance relative to speed and expediting.
Well, the other thing is we have, I can tell you, I had a customer that we tried calling for, 2 weeks straight about a problem with our unit. And I said, okay, we just turned on texting. Let's just send him a text and see if he responds. He responded with 30 seconds to get a text message.
Wow.
Again, kind of goes back to what we talked about earlier in the one session with the platinum rule. Treat or interact with people the way they want to be interacted with. And this guy only, so it worked.
Interesting. In the space, do you see that being more the norm?
We have a lot of customers. Like I can tell you, we're using texting reminders for payment options, and we do see a huge number of people when they get their past due text respond to that and pay a bill. And one of the things we talk about all the time with that is texting is a lot more unintrusive for people, and especially if we're making that call of shame where you got to call somebody and remind them their rent's due. They know their rent's due. They don't want to talk about it. But if you can send them a text message and they can click the link and pay the bill, or when they get paid Friday, go back and pay the bill again. It's a little bit more customer oriented, customer friendly.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining with the SBOA session today. I appreciate every one of you, and please send your comments to us on how we can help improve your business.